हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। रीडिंग फ्रॉम श्रीमद् भागवतम, Canto 3, Chapter 20, entitled Conversation between Maitreya Muni and Mahatma Vidur. Text 1. Shaunaka Uvacha Mahim Pratishtham Adhyasya Saute Swayambhuvo Manu Kan Anvatishtat Dvarani Margaya Varajanmanam. Translations and purports by our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhai Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Shri Shaunak inquired, O Suta Goswami, after the earth was again situated in its orbit, what did Swayambhu Manu do to show the path of liberation to persons who were to take birth later on? Purport. The appearance of the Lord as the first-born incarnation, Lord Varahadev, occurred during the time of Shri Swayambhu Manu, whereas the present age is in the period of Vaivasvat Manu. Each Manu's period lasts for 72 times the cycle of 4 ages. And there are 14 Manus in a day of Brahma. The Lord is so kind that any soul who wants to enjoy in this material world is given full facility for enjoyment, and at the same time He's shown the path of salvation. Shaunak Rishi therefore inquired from Sri Suta Goswami, what did Swayambhu Manu do after the reinstatement of the earth in its orbit? So, dear devotees, are you able to hear me properly? Okay. So, Lord Varahadev came and he rescued Mother Earth, situated her back in the orbit. Shaunak Rishi is asking Maitreya Muni, beg your pardon, Shaunak Rishi is asking Sri Suta Goswami, what did Swayambhu Manu do? You see, when the earth was sunk to the bottom of the ocean, everybody was worried because the earth has to be restored so that the jivas can be put on earth. Earth is the karma bhumi. The karma that we do on earth will determine whether we stay on earth, whether we go to the heavenly planets. Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha, madhye tishthanti rajasa, jagana gunavrittisya, adho gachanti tamasa. Three options are there within the material world. You can stay on earth, you can go to higher planets, you can go to lower planets. Those who do transcendental activities, akarma, they go to the spiritual world. Those who do satkarma, they go to the higher planets. Those who do karma mainly in the mode of passion, they may stay on earth. And those who commit sins, do karma, vikarma in the mode of ignorance and passion, they go down. So earth is the karma bhumi. From earth, it is determined. Earth is the launching pad. Whether we go down, whether we go up, or we go to the spiritual world. So earth is very important, my dear friends. That's why Krishna always comes on the earth planet. This middle planet earth is very important. It's a karma bhumi for the jivas. So it was essential to save the earth. Earth was saved. Now Shaunak Rishi is asking Sudha Goswami, after the earth was saved, what did the first Manu do? What did he do for the salvation of people who were going to take birth on earth? That he wants to know. What he wants to know? What was done for the liberation of people by Swayambhu. Dwarani Margaya. How in a big building there is an exit, it is marked with the sign exit, red letters EXIT. So in case there is fire, there is emergency, immediately we can exit. Or in a flight also there are exit doors. So here Margaya Dwarani. What did Swayambhu Manu do to show the dwar to the jivas to get out of this material world? What did he do? That's what Saunak Rishi is asking Sutta Goswami. What did Swayambhu Manu do for the liberation of people who are going to take birth on earth? Text 2. Shatta Mahabhagavata Krishnasya Surit Yastatyajagrajam Krishne Sapatyam Bhagavan iti. Shaunak Rishi inquired about Shatta, about Vidur, Mahabhagavata, who was a great devotee, and Krishnasya Ekantika Surit. Vidur was also a great friend of Lord Krishna. Krishnasya Ekantika Surid. He was Surid. He was a very good friend of Krishna also. And who gave up the company of his elder brother because the latter, along with his sons, played tricks against the desires of the Lord. Yatyaja means he gave up Agrajam, his elder brother, King Dhritarashtra. Vidur gave up Dhritarashtra association because he was against the Lord. Krishna Agavan, he was an offender to Krishna. Sa Apatyam, along with his sons were also Agavan, offenders to Krishna. And because they were offensive to Krishna, Vidur left them. Can you give me some examples of great personalities who, for the sake of the Lord, gave up their family members or friends? Yes, Satyarmadari.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Vibhishana.
Very good. Vibhishan gave up the association of his brother. Shandaradhika Mataji.
Bali Maharaj.
Bali Maharaj gave up his guru for Krishna. Very good. Kamal Gopika Mataji. Unmute कीजिए.
Our beloved Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada gave up his family for Krishna. Very good. Shama Vallavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam. Can we say Yajna Patnis Prabhuji? Yajna Patnis.
Yajna Patnis gave up their husband. Yeah, they went away and they wanted to stay with Krishna only. They told Krishna, we don't want to go back to our husbands. But Krishna told them to go back. Very good. Shama Kishori Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took sannyas and he.
For example. Mahaprabhu took sannyas and Makar Sankranti today. So very nice example. Yes. Janani Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can we take the example of Surdas?
Surdas gave up his family. Very nice
Because
example.
they were after money.
Because of?
Because his parents were after money.
Okay.
Money.
Very nice. That's a good example. Yes. Parima Mataji.
The gopis, Prabhuji.
Gopis gave up. Pati
And,
Sutta,
and
wife.
Tulsidas ji gave up his wife.
Tulsidas ji gave up his wife.
Yes.
Okay. Manju Bhashani Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Raghunath Das Goswami.
Yeah.
Family, Narottama Das Thakur.
Yes.
Rupa
Nice.
Goswami, his post, he left the post and he came.
Okay. Okay. Let others also speak. Yes, Shikha Mataji.
Prabhuji, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami.
Very nice example. Tyaktva Turnam Ashesha Mandalpati. Thank you very much. Very nice examples. So the point is, great devotees, they give up. Near and dear ones also. For the sake of serving the Supreme Lord. It is said that Vali on his deathbed was told by Lord Ram, if you want, I can restore you to full health. And Vali said, my dear Lord, where will I get such an opportunity? Where the Supreme Personality of Godhead is standing before me. If you restore my life, maybe again I will fall prey to Maya. Again I will get distracted. So I don't want to live. I want to die in your presence. Let me die. So he, even though his wife was there crying, Tara, but Vali said, no, I want to die. His son was crying, Angad. So yes, great people, great devotees, they give up everything for Krishna. Prime example is the Vraj Gopis. Thank you. Text 3. Dvaipayanad anavaro mahitve tasya dehaja sarvatma shrita krishnam tat pranamscha anuvrata. Mahatma Vidur was born from the body of Vedvyas. Dvaipayanad. Dehaja. Dehaja. He was born from the Deha of Vyasdev. Dvaipayan is Vyasdev, who was born on the island. Vidur was born from the body of Vedvyas and was not less than he. Vidur was not less than Vedvyas. How? Because Vyasdev is a Mahajan and Yamraj, Vidur, is also Mahajan. Thus he accepted the lotus feet of Krishna. Sarvatmana Shrita Krishna. He had taken shelter of Krishna wholeheartedly and was attached to his devotees. Vidur was attached to Krishna's devotees and he was surrendered to Krishna. Isn't this beautiful? To be surrendered to Krishna and to be attached to Krishna's devotees. Beautiful combination. Sarvatmana Shrita Krishna means he was completely surrendered to Krishna. Tat Paramschap Anuvrata. And he was very attached to those who are devoted. Very nice. Vidur ji ki jai. Text 4. Vidur was very wonderful. He was attached to Krishna's devotees and he had complete surrender towards Krishna. Text 4. Kim Anvaprichan Maitreyam Virajahas Tirtha Sevaya Upagamya Kushavarta Asinam Tattvavittamam. Vidur was purified of all passion by wandering in sacred places. And at last he reached Haridwar, where he met the great sage Maitreya Muni, who knew the science of spiritual life. And he inquired from him. Shaunak Rishi therefore asked, "What more did Vidur inquire from Maitreya?" Shaunak Rishi is asking Sri Suta Goswami, what more did Vidur learn from Maitreya Muni at Haridwar, where the two were conversing? Purport. Here the words Virajas Tirtha Sevaya refer to Vidur, who was completely cleansed of all contamination by traveling to the holy places. Virajas Tirtha Sevaya. By visiting the holy places, one becomes purified. Prabhupada says in India there are hundreds of sacred places of pilgrimage, of which Prayag, Haridwar, Vrindavan, and Rameshwaram are considered principal. Prayag, now this Kumbh Mela is taking place, isn't it? Very holy place. Then Srila Prabhupada in the next paragraph says, another significant point is that one must go to sacred places not only to take bath there, but to search out great sages like Maitreya Muni and take instructions from them. Real purpose of going to holy places, my dear friends, is to seek out the Mahajans who are staying there. Last paragraph, Srila Prabhupada says it is recommended in this verse that one find a person who knows the science of God, Tattvavit. Guru should be Tattvavit. Asinam Tattvavittamam. We need someone who is Tattvavit, who knows the science of Krishna. Kiba Vipra Kiba ne Asi Shudra ke ninaye Jai Krishna Tattvavita Sai Guru hai. Text 5. Tayo samvadato suta pravrittaya mala katha apo ganga iva gagnir hare padam bujashraya. Shaunak Rishi inquired about the conversation between Vidur and Maitreya. There must have been many narrations of the spotless pastime Amala Katha, spotless pastimes of Lord Hari. Hearing of such narrations is exactly like bathing in the water of Ganga. Apo Ganga Iva. For it can free one from all sinful reactions. Aghagni. Aghagni. It can vanquish all agha, all sins, bathing in Ganga. Similarly, hearing the narrations of Krishna are just like bathing in the Ganga. Srila Prabhupada writes something very beautiful in the purport, my dear friend. Srila Prabhupada writes, the water of the Ganga is purified because it pours forth from the lotus feet of the Lord. Ganga is Charanamrita. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is as good as water of Ganga because it pours out from the mouth of the Supreme. Hari Bol. Ganga pours from the feet of the Supreme and Bhagavad Gita pours forth from the mouth of the Supreme. So beautiful. So both are transcendental. Text 6. Dana kirtaya bhadram te kirtanyodar karmana rasagna konutripyeta harililamritam piban. O Suta Goswami, all good fortune to you. Please narrate the activities of the Lord, which are all magnanimous and worth glorifying. What sort of devotee can be satiated by hearing the nectarian pastimes of the Lord. It's a rhetorical question. What type of devotee will be satisfied by hearing Krishna's pastimes? Which means devotee is never completely satisfied by hearing Krishna's pastimes, want to hear again and again. Swadu Swadu Pade Pade. But this verse number 6, Bhagavatam 3.20.6 is very nice. We can memorize this verse also. Very beautiful verse. Let's read it again together. Tana Kirtaya Bhadram Te Kirtanyodara Karmana Rasatnya Konutripteta Hari Leelamritam Piban. Satyarupa Mataji, read this, recite this verse, my throat is paining, and explain this verse. Explain the nectar of this verse.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have to read in Sanskrit, no?
And then what would explain the nectar of this verse? Very beautiful verse.
तानः कीर्तय भद्रं ते कीर्तन्योदारकर्मणः रसज्ञः को नु तृप्येत हरिलीलामृतं पिबन्. ताः, those talks, nah, to us, kirtaya, narrate, bhadram te, may all good come unto you, kirtanya, should be chanted, udara, liberal, karmanah, activities,
We have to do kirtan of udara karmana. We have to do kirtan of Krishna's pastimes, which are very amazing, very magnanimous, worth glorifying. Kirtanya, they're worth being spoken about. There are many things. University of Arizona conducted a research that on an average in a day, a man speaks approximately 15,000 words typically in a day, and a woman speaks 16,000 words. So women like to speak more. Out of these, only 500 words are essential. Rest of the talk that we do throughout the day is not necessary. This is University of Arizona research. They did research. How many words an average person speaks? 15,000 for a man. Now this may include in the office, we are doing a presentation, talking, so many things. But only 500 words are really necessary. Most of it is just useless. So the point is, so many things we speak, but the kirtanya, something that is worth being glorified, worth being spoken about, is Krishna Charit, Krishna Nam, Krishna Gun, Krishna Leela. And those who know rasa, rasadnya, those who know rasa, they are never satisfied. They are never satisfied by Hari Leela Amritam Piban. They are never satisfied by drinking Hari Leela Amrit. They want more and more and more. It's a very nice verse. Tana Kirtaya Bhadram Te Kirtanyodara Karmana Udara Karmana Udara Charitam Rasadnya Konutriptyeta Hari Leela Amritam Piban. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the narration of the pastimes of the Lord, which are always enacted on the transcendental platform, should be received with all respect by the devotees. Those who are actually on the transcendental platform are never satiated by hearing the continuous pastimes of the Lord. And Prabhupada said, We should never be tired of hearing Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Thousands and thousands of times we should read. Swadu, swadu, pade, pade. New aspects of the subject matter will be relished by the devotee every time we read. It's Krishna's mercy. 7. Evam ugrashava prishta rishibhir naimishayanai bhagavat arpitatyatmas tan ah shruyatamiti. On being asked to speak by the great sages of Naimisharanya headed by Shaunak Rishi, the son of Romaharshan, that is Sri Suta Goswami, whose mind was absorbed in the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, said, Shruyatamiti, please hear now what I speak. Tanaha Shruyatamiti. Please listen to what I have to say. Bhagavati Arpita Adhyatma. His mind, Adhyatma, was offered to Krishna. Bhagavati Arpita Adhyatma. That is Suta Goswami. And Suta Goswami is called Ugrashrava. Let me ask all of you, raise your hand if you remember in the first canto who is called Ugrashrava. Remember? Yes, Shama Kishori Mata.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I think Suta Goswami only is called Ugrashrava.
Somehow I thought that Parikshit Maharaj is called Ugrashrava.
You may be right. Somehow I thought it was him.
Ugrashrava means one who hears with concentration. And Parikshit Maharaj was hearing with concentration, Ugrashrava. But someone can just look. Here it is Suta Goswami, as Mataji said. But somehow I remember that Parikshit Maharaj also was called Ugrashrava, one who hears with great attention. So here Suta Goswami is called Ugrashrava, one who had heard with great attention from Shrish. From who? Who had Suta Goswami heard from? Raise your hand. Who had Suta Goswami heard from? Yes, Kamal Gopika Mataji.
Shukdev Goswami.
Yes, Parikshit Maharaj and Suta Goswami both heard from Shukdev Goswami. Hearing with great concentration, that is called Ugra Shrava. What is Ugra Karma? What is Ugra Karma? That is also there in Bhagavatam. Yes, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. What is Ugra Karma? You can unmute Mataji.
Ugra karma is working too much unnecessarily, which is
Yes,
not made.
yes. Prayasascha. Atyahara Prayasascha. Prayas is called Ugra Karma. Working too hard for material gains.
Prabhu,
This
first
is
canto,
Ugra.
second chapter, first loka, Ugrashrava refers to Suta Goswami, the son of Romaharshi.
Suta Goswami, not Parishit Maharaj. Okay, so Suta Goswami only is Ugra Shrava. Ugra Shrava. He heard with great concentration. Ugra Shrava. So in this verse, Suta Goswami is referred to as Ugra Shrava. And Shaunak Adi Rishis are called Rishi B. Naimisharanya. They were assembled at Naimisharanya. Now, text 8. Suta Uvacha Are Drita Krodatano Swamayaya Nishamya Gur Uttaranam Rasatala Leelam Hiranya Sham Avatnyahatam Sanjata Harsho Munimah Bharata. Shri Suta Goswami said, Vidur, the descendant of Bharat, was delighted to hear the story of the Lord Hari. Hare Dhrita Koroda Tano. Tano means body, Koroda means boar. Lord Hari, Hare Dhrita. Dhrita means to accept. Keshava Dhrita, Sukara Rupa. Like that. So Hare Dhrita Koroda Tanu. Supreme Lord assuming the body of a boar. Swamaya, by his own divine potency. Swamaya. He became a boar with his own divine potency and had enacted the sport of lifting the earth from the bottom of the ocean. And indifferently killing the demon Hiranyaksha. Leelam Hiranyaksham Avadnyaya Hatam. Hiranyaksham Hatam means to kill Hiranyaksha. But how Leelam? As if it was a playful pastime. And Avadneya means neglectfully, not that with great concentration. Varahadev was like this and then gave accurate punch. No, just Leela at left hand just slapped him under the ear like this and killed him neglectfully. It was not difficult. Vidur was delighted to hear the story of Varahadev rescuing Mother Earth, killing Hiranyaksha. Vidur then spoke to the sage Maitreya Muni as follows. 9. Vidura Uvacha Prajapati Pati Shrishtva Prajasarge Prajapatin Kim Arabhata Me Brahman Prabhu Avyaktamargavit. Vidur said, since you know the matters that are inconceivable to us, tell me, O holy sage, what did Brahma do to create living beings after evolving the Prajapatis or progenitors of living beings? Prajapati Pati means Lord Brahma. Brahma. There is Prajapati Daksha. There is Prajapati Marichi. But who is their father? Lord Brahma. Therefore, he is called Prajapati Pati. Shrishtva, after he created, how did he create the different species? Please tell, O Brahman, O holy sage, Maitreya Muni, because you are Avyakta Margavit. You are Avyakta Margavit. You know that which is unknown to us. Hari Bol. How is Guru? Guru is Avyakta Margavit. He knows the ways that we don't know. Purport. Srila Prabhupada says, significant here is the word Avyakta Margavit, one who knows that which is beyond our perception. To know matters beyond one's perception, one has to learn from a superior authority in the line of disciplic succession. It's important. Text 10. Ye marichadayo vipra yastu swayambhuvo manu te vai brahmana adeshat katham etad abhavayan. Vidur replied, Mahatma Vidur replied, oh, beg your pardon, Mahatma Vidur inquired, how did the Prajapatis, such progenitors of living entities as Marichi and Swayambhuva Manu, create according to instruction of Brahma? And how did they evolve this manifested universe? Mahatma Vidur wants to know, how did Prajapatis like Marichi, how did Prajapati like Swayambhuva Manu create according to Lord Brahma's instructions? How did the progenitors Prajapati create? Text 11. Sadvitiya kim asrijan swatantra utakarmasu ahosvit samhata sarva idam sma samakalpayan. Did they evolve the creation in conjunction with their respective wives? Did they remain independent in their actions? Or did they all jointly produce it? How did the Prajapati, they did it alone, they did it with their wives, or all the Prajapatis came together and they create all the species? I want to know. So, it is interesting that Mahatma Vidur is interested to know about creation, and even Shaunakadi rishis are interested to know about creation. Siddhanta baliya chitte na karo alus. Ya iti Krishna bhakti sudrida manas. We should not be lazy to hear Siddhanta. Siddhanta baliya chitte na karo alus. Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev tells in Chaitanya Charita. Should not be lazy in hearing tattva, in hearing Siddhanta, in hearing philosophy. So even on the deathbed, Parikshit Maharaj is interested. And others are also interested in hearing about creation. Text 12, Maitreya Uvacha. Daivena durvitarkena parena nimishena cha jatakshobhat bhagavato mahanasid gunatrayat. Sri Maitreya Muni said, when the equilibrium of the combination of the three modes of nature was agitated by the unseen activity of the living entity, by Mahavishnu, and by the force of time, the total material elements were produced. How the material elements were produced? Mahan Asit Gunatrayat. Gunatrayat, the modes, the total material elements were produced. They were produced. How they were produced? They were produced when the three modes of material nature were agitated by Mahavishnu. Daivena. Durvitarkena means beyond empiric speculation. We cannot figure it out by arguments. Parena by Mahavishnu. Animishena by the potency of external time, eternal time. The Mahatattva was agitated and then material elements are produced. The cause of the material creation is described here very lucidly. My dear friends, we have to understand this. The first cause is Daiva, or the destiny of the conditioned soul. Next paragraph. Another word used here is Durvitarkena. No one will argue. Tarka means to argue. Durvitarkena means this cannot be solved by arguments and having conferences and voting. No. Sarojanandini Mataji, can you read this paragraph, just few sentences? No, second paragraph of the purport to the 12th chapter, 12th verse, second paragraph. Durvitarkena.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare-
Which verse we are in, Prabhu?
12. 12.
12. Okay.
Maitreya Uvacha. We want to understand what is this Durvitarkena.
Do you want me to read the verse or the
No,
translation?
just the paragraph from there slowly. It talks about the how we came in the material world.
Okay. Another word used here is Durvitarkena. No one can argue about when and how the conditioned soul became desirous of sense enjoyment, but the cause is there.
So
Material
no
nature.
one knows when we develop the desire to enjoy separately from Krishna. No one knows that, Prabhupada says. But the cause is that we wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna. Yes, Mataji, please read.
Material nature is an atmosphere meant only for the sense enjoyment of the conditioned soul, and it is created by the personality of Godhead.
Why
It
is
is
the
me-
material world? Why is the material world created? For the enjoyment of the jiva. Yes, Mataji.
It is mentioned here that in the beginning of the creation, the material nature or Prakriti is agitated by the personality of Godhead, Vishnu. There are three Vishnus mentioned. One is Mahavishnu, another is Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, and the third is Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. The
Huh.
first canto,
Okay. So in this way, we can understand that we come here because of our desire to enjoy. In the last sentence of this purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, Mataji, can you read the last sentence, please? The working.
Yeah. The workings of that energy are difficult to comprehend, but it is understood in Vedic literature that the conditioned soul creates his own destiny and is offered a particular body by the laws of nature under the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, always accompanies him as Paramatma.
Yes. Krishna always comes as Paramatma, even though we are not interested in Krishna. Krishna is interested in us. We want to enjoy separately from Krishna, but Krishna comes with us. Last two verses for today. Verse 13. Raja pradhanam mahata strilingo daivachoditat jatah sasarja bhutade vyad adini panchasha. As impelled by the destiny of the jiva. Again and again, this daiva word is used. Destiny, superior power. As impelled by destiny of the jiva, false ego, which is of three kinds, evolved from the Mahatattva, in which the element of Rajas predominates. From the ego, in turn, evolved many groups of five principles. Panchasha. The purport. The primordial matter or Prakriti, material nature, consisting of three modes, generates four groups of five. The first group is called elementary and consists of earth, water, fire, air, ether. Second group of five is called Tanmatra, referring to the subtle elements, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandha. Third group of five is sense organs for acquiring knowledge, Jnanendriyas, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. The fourth group of five is the Karmendriya, working senses. Vocal cords for speaking, hands for doing work, feet for locomotion, evacuatory organs, and reproductive organs. Some say that there are five groups of five. One group is the sense objects, one is the five elements, one is the five sense organs for acquiring knowledge, another for working, and the fifth is the five deities who control these divisions. So our senses are also under control of different demigods. So they are also included as five deities. So in this way, there are five groups of five. There is earth, water, fire, and ether, five material elements. There are the sense objects, Tanmatra, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Sagandha. There is a five Jnanendriyas, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, 5 karmendriyas, hands, legs, speech, evacuation organs, reproductive organs. And then there are 5 devatas over the 5 jnanendriyas. Devata for eyes, devata for ears, devata for nose, tongue, and skin, like that. Tani chaikaikashashtum asamarthani bhautikam samhatya daivayogena haimam andam avasrijan. Separately, unable to produce the material universe, they combined with the help of the energy of the Supreme Lord and were able to produce a shining egg. Hemam Andam Avasajan was produced. Daiva Yogena, by Krishna's energy, a shining egg was produced. Text 15. Shoshaishtabdhi salile Andakosho Niratmaka Sagram Vai Varsha Sahasram Anvavat Sitamashwaram. For over 1,000 years, the shiny egg lay on the waters of the causal ocean, Karana Sagar, in a lifeless state. Then the Lord entered it as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. From this verse, it appears that all the universes are floating in the causal ocean, Prabhupada says, Karan Sagar. And then finally, in this Anda, the Supreme Lord entered in this shining shell, the Supreme Lord entered as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And then eventually Brahmaji will be born and it will become this Brahmanda. So, dear devotees, we'll stop here and we'll continue from verse number 16 day after tomorrow, Krishna willing. So, we'll stop here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Yes, Shamchandra Prabhu, please go ahead.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for your wonderful class. Despite your vocal discomfort, no, you have taken a lot of trouble. You could have asked one of us to just maybe read the verses and purport, and you could have just explained if you wished, but you took a lot of trouble, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So just one question, Prabhu. So it appears that is the jivas are actually propelled by the destiny, as we mentioned. That means the starting point is the desire, and from there it says that the false ego is coming out, and in the false ego there are 3 types, 3 modes, and then the 5 principles in groups are coming out. So from which part of the ego these 5 principles are coming? Is it from predominantly from Rajogun it is coming out, or from Tamasic, or from Sattvagun?
The desire for sense enjoyment?
No, I'm saying this verse number 13. Verse number 13, I think it is mentioned. 1 second. Yeah, verse number 13. It is mentioned that as impelled by the destiny of Jiva, the false ego, which is of 3 kinds, evolved from the Mahatattva, in which the element of Rajas predominates. From the ego, in turn, evolved many groups of 5 principles. So this so-called elements that we call both subtle, gross, working senses, knowledge acquiring senses, sense objects and all that. So they are coming out of false ego. So under which false ego it is coming out? Is it, because there are 3 categories of false ego now. So is it from, because it says Rajo is predominating.
So
Is
this
it coming out
of 5 groups of 5 are coming, and from which aspect of the false ego they're coming? Is that a question?
Yeah, from which aspect of false ego they are coming? Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
which aspect of false ego they are coming. So I'll have to see this, Prabhuji. I'm not sure, but generally, when something is created, groups of five are created. Creation always requires Rajagun. Creation takes place under Rajagun, maintenance takes place under Sattvagun, and destruction takes place under Tamogun. So creation always takes place under mode of passion, Rajogun. So maybe it is Rajogun, but I'm not sure. I will read about it.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Hare
no
Krishna.
problem. Hare Krishna. Yes, Ajay Govind Prabhu and then Kamal Gopika Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. I just wanted to echo what His Grace Shyam Chandra Prabhu was saying, that, in spite of your bad health, you took the trouble to explain everything indeed. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I was also thinking likewise that somebody could read or help you out, but thank you so much.
Yeah. My health is good actually, just little sore throat. Otherwise, I'm feeling good. Thank you.
Not a question related to the class, but many devotees were asking about when they would be doing their presentations for the first two cantos, which we announced, and I think only one person was able to do. So there are many devotees who I think are preparing or are ready. So can we do some planning on that as well, that at least maybe one class, one person and can do, so that over the period of time, everybody will be able to present their presentation? Or do you want to suggest that they can do offline and we can do the video thing? How do we,
So, what I was thinking is, no, I think it will be nice if all of us can hear. Is it possible that we do it on Wednesday, US time, or it will be too much of a commitment? Because I don't want to slow down our progress of Bhakti Vaibhava. So I would prefer not to do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, US, so that our Bhakti Vaibhava continues. So can we add a day for presentations every once in a while? Doesn't have to be every Wednesday, or so is that possible? How many of you think that is possible, or should we use the Bhakti Vaibhava days also? Bhakti Vaibhava days only, because all of you must be having some set routine, and to add another evening may be too much of a commitment. So that's why I'm asking. Yes, Amrit, Gaurangi Mataji.
I was raising my hand to say I'm
Oh,
okay with.
adding, sorry. So Sharanagat Mataji is okay, Amrit Gaurangi is okay. Others don't prefer. So there are few weeks in February and March, and also in April, when I am traveling for Harikatha on Thursday. So we will not have class on Thursday. So those Thursdays we can have two presentations each. Is that okay, Ajay Govind Prabhu?
I'm fine with either thing, Prabhuji. I think everybody, whosoever has to ultimately to give the presentation, so someday or the other, either we'll have to compromise either on the classes, or we have to do an additional day if we want to keep up the course.
So I'm thinking classes when we are going to miss because of travels or something like that, then we can have the presentations. But as far as possible, I would not want to miss classes, because then it will take even longer to finish the course. We are halfway through almost.
We need at least 22 sessions. I mean, not in the session, if every session two devotees are presenting, we have about like 22. So 11 session at least needed, Prabhuji, to cover up the presentations.
Yeah, I think we can add on Wednesday then, Prabhuji. And those who can attend can attend. Otherwise, we can share the recording. What do you think? That way, at least we can get it done.
The devotees' availabilities, Prabhu.
ठीक है, whoever are available, they can do. Those who are not available, they can do it on Thursday when I'm traveling.
Okay.
There is definitely one Thursday in February, one in March, and one in April also, when I'm traveling on Thursdays. So we'll not have a class that day.
If you can share your travel schedule in advance, Prabhuji,
I will let you know.
put it in the Excel so that those days which are available, we can take it. And then I will put the dates for Wednesdays where whichever are available, and then everybody who wants to be ready by that time, they can put a date there. So that way we'll know who is going to do when. And I think we can do the same thing as first come, first serve basis, that devotees can put the dates both Wednesdays as well as your non-available days for the class.
Can I send you those dates then, travel dates?
Yes, Prabhuji, you can send me offline. And then which Wednesday we are going to start? Tomorrow or next week? I think tomorrow is a little early. I'm thinking.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday would be 22nd. So starting 22nd Wednesdays, I will put the dates, or devotees know dates.
And if someone is not, some Wednesday, let's say we don't have any takers, no problem. Next Wednesday, like that.
Yes, we will do it, Prabhuji, that way.
Okay.
It works for me, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, dear devotees. Kamal Gopikatha, you have a question? Sorry.
Very short question, Prabhuji. Just a little bit confusing. In 15th verse, we just read that universes are floating on the coral oceans. But recently in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we read about Nityanand Sarup. So he said that, he's holding all the planets as a Sheshnag on his hood. So the planets are fixed on his hood, or are they floating in the ocean?
I don't know, Mataji. I'll have to find out. I'm also confused now. Let me ask Pavaneshwar Prabhu.
Okay.
Because I have read both versions. I have read the version of mustard seeds in a bag. They are like on the hoods of Anantashesh. They are like a bag filled with mustard seeds. Each mustard seed is the universe. And today we saw in Bhagavatam also that the Brahmanda, before it is inhabited, it is in the Karana Sagar. So, and now it will become inhabited because Garbhotaka Vishaya Vishnu has gone, who is the Paramatma of the Brahmanda. And then from his navel, the lotus will sprout. Then Brahmaji will take birth and do the secondary creation within the Brahmanda. So, this Brahmanda, Bhagavatam says and Srila Prabhupada says, is floating on the Karan Sagar. So, I am also confused now. Definitely both are correct, but what is what, when is what, how is each possible, that I'll have to ask somebody who knows the Vedic cosmology.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. So thank you, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Actually, somebody can also do some, if possible. Somebody like Shamchandra Prabhu, if you can research this, how, because both versions we have heard. We have heard the supported by Anantashesh also, and Karan Sagar is where Mahavishnu lies down. So I also don't know how it is, what is what. So if someone can research a little bit, then we can share also next time. Okay? Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Jai Shri Radhesha.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare